Yeah, how can I watch your stream if I'm on Xbox? Oh, Jesus. Not my phone. YouTube. I'll try hit it at the same time as you on my Xbox because I can still watch it. And we're just going at the same time. I'm at 10 seconds right now, by the way. Oh, I'll let it play till that. I hate all ball players. I used to be golden and I dropped because I started playing with a ball one trick. Are you still at 27 seconds? If you... Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Are you not at 27 seconds anymore? It's still at 27 seconds? Oh yeah, I'll go on the stream. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, your stream.
Alright. Thanks for the advice, Tom. Can you hear me now? I hope you can now. Jesus. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Nice.
Not working for me.
Sad. I mean, like I said, you can probably rewatch it when I just upload it. So I'm just
Yeah.
continuing right now. It's just like
Here it comes.
that's an interesting throw of dynamite. Like the throw of dynamite you did
Don't ask. I just did
in this
that.
guy because like
Oh, wait.
what does it do now? Like you throw the dynamite in the air and you made it explode. What does it say for the enemy team?
That I can hit my dynamites.
No.
Why
After
can I not hit
did
see it full screen?
did they
Oh, there.
know before, like before even anything started, could they know that you're playing Ash?
No.
Do they know it now?
No.
Yes, they do. You
I
throw a
thought they
dynamite.
couldn't see it.
They heard you. They heard it exploding dynamite. They now know that the enemy team is having an Ash.
Are you sure they heard it? Like,
Let's just go
Ready for
go
battle.
20 seconds back with like L2.
at what time?
I'm now at 16
so-
seconds again.
Okay, I'll go back to 16. Okay,
And
just need to
then
wait 16 seconds now.
it's fine. And then switch to the POV, like to the enemy's POV, like the soldier, for example. Just change to the soldier player, the enemy soldier player that sits in spawn.
Right, no. Oh, it turned your camera off there. Okay, I'm watching them now. Yeah, we're at the same time.
Yeah, the
I'll just
short.
hit play when you hit play.
Yeah, okay. I'm pressing play now.
Oh.
There was the dynamite.
Oh, I got it till the exact same time as you. Oh, I'm so happy. And you just paused.
Slevin thrown the dynamite. We wait.
Did they see it?
I don't know if you did, but I could hear the dynamite. That's the problem. It's just like, even if you didn't hear the dynamite, it's just an advice. Like, don't, for example, if you play Ash or something, don't throw dynamites like at the beginning, just randomly, because like they know then that you're having an Ash. Your team is having an Ash, which is, yeah, puts you in a disadvantage because maybe they I don't know, played something like a Kree or so, or like a Kree and let's say a Tracer or a Genji, and then the Genji swaps to Widow because he says, okay, they're having an Ashe, I'm trying to challenge the Ashe on long range, which like will make it difficult for you then, or like more difficult than it has to be.
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm at 41 seconds now.
Same.
And I'm started. Okay, then I'm gonna start.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Interesting coach gun.
Stop the payload.
The idea.
Don't ask. I kept failing to try attack that. Don't ask. I'm so bad.
It's just like
Shielding it.
it's just like I said, like as a beginning, try to like more do the high ground, and yeah, don't try to pull up, but just do the little like the smaller high ground right, like on the right side next to it. That will be better, but don't hold it for very long. Just hold it maybe for the beginning to throw a dynamite, jump off, and like coach gun to the gas station up, like then just hold it here, because what this fight is all about, which like makes it very problematic that your soldier just died. No, it's their soldier, my bad. What the whole objection is? No, it was your soldier. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, it was our soldier.
Yeah, like which puts you at a disadvantage because the target here on Route 66 first point is to keep them in choke as long as possible. Like as long as you have that choke right here, you have control over it, and they can't get past it. You're having full control of the first point. Like you can control every high ground, and they can't get past it. That choke is the most difficult task probably on first point to get past because, like I said, it gives the defense team a lot of control. So you're trying to hold it as good as possible, which means like that, for example, if you hold it on over the gas station, if you stay on over the gas station as Ashe on the left side of the shield, you can just spam your dynamites. If someone walks past the Reinhardt, you can shoot him. You have like a lot of space and you can variate, like you have a lot of variations to stay. It doesn't have to be like on the same place, like I said. You can go like over here. You can even go, if you don't see a danger for yourself, like a Widow or something, you can even go like on this little shield, and of course the Roadhog hook. Like, if you know they don't have a hook maybe, because they just used it, or they don't have a Widow, which can like surprisingly get you or something, you can even hold it sometimes here as an Ashe. You know, shoot from here, throw even dynamites in here, and then back off again. It's just like, rule number one as a hit scan, sort of here. At any cost, you don't want to give away the high ground. As soon as you give away the high ground, you're at a disadvantage as a hit scan. So the task is, yeah, just because as a hit scan, you want that high ground. Like it's just way easier for you. It's way better. You are an advantage. That's like the thing. You don't want to give up that high ground.
Yes.
That's alright. I'm continuing. And for example, I'm pausing again, sorry. For example, if we are talking about such flanks that you're doing right now, for example, over here, they can be dangerous. That's fat fucking Nate, by the way. They can be very dangerous because, like, you can do such things if you, for example, know that everyone is sort of on the low ground. Like, for example, yeah, if everyone is on the low ground, or if certain heroes are on the low ground. Because taking that angle as an Ashe, besides a mercy pocket that you should have, or maybe have, there's nothing that can protect you here. Or no ability that can save you. If for example, a Kree goes up there, or even a Roadhog hooking you. Like, those are dangers that come with such a flank. Like, for example, a Kree can just walk up that train fucking thingy, I don't know what it's called in English. Just walk it up here, stun and fender hammer you, and you're dead. Same with, for example, the Roadhog. You can do such a thing, but like I said, if you know that, for example, that dangers are not on the way up, for example, a Kree not coming up, but you don't have to peek it that far to get hooked, for example, by the Roadhog, you could just stay here, for example, just throw the dynamite in, and then back off again. That's like That's like the main advantage. Like, I don't know, even like take 2 shots or something, but you just don't want to risk the danger as an Ashe to get hooked by the Roadhog. You can, like I said, take such dangers without any problem if you have, for example, a pocket with you and you know the Kree is on low ground who can't stun and fender hammer you, and for example, if you know that the Roadhog has no hook, then you can do this here because besides the Kree and the soldier shooting you, there's, or maybe the Baptiste and Ana, there's nothing that can like directly kill you fast. Like there's no Roadhog hook, there's no Kree on high ground that can stand and fender hammer you. You know, there's no danger. So you can like, if you know that those things are, for example, the Kree on low ground, I just keep repeating myself, and the Roadhog with no hook, you can take such dangers without a problem. But yeah, right now you're risking it, sort of. Which like, you lost your soldier, which can get back fast, but you don't right now want to like make it even harder for your team or give the enemy team more space by getting picked.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm continuing. See, that dynamite, like you did, was fine. Like, you didn't hit it, unfortunately, but if you, for example, just threw it here over the shield, make it explode. Like, I think I would have got the soldier, the Roadhog, the Reinhardt, and maybe the Ana, the Kree, I assume. And now what you're doing is just backing off again. Perfectly fine. That's how you should do it. Just back off. Not go in the tunnel again, because it would just like take way too long. You can just, like I said, drop from that high ground, coach gun up here again, and take that high ground easily. And then you continue.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean? It's like
Yeah, I got picked off by that.
yeah, it's just that Ashe with a pocket does so much damage on long range. There is no reason as an Ashe player, if you already have the Mercy pocket, there's no reason to take the risk of close distance. No reason. Because, like I said, if you pick up the close distance against especially a soldier and a Kree and Baptiste, for example, Roadhog, it goes on like that, they have the advantage on you on short range, which you try to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dynamite's just
like a massive delay.
You have a massive delay in the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
It's okay, don't worry.
Yeah, what I just want to say is when you play against a Rhine and that Rhine has no diva, always try to throw the dynamite above the Rhine shield. Like Rhine has dynamite has such a huge range. There's no need to throw directly towards the Rhine. You can just throw it over the Rhine a little bit and make it explode over him, and it will catch a lot of people. Just try to do that in the future. So, like I said, what you're doing right now is
all my shots.
the shots aren't even the problem. It's just that it happens. It's more like that, like I said, you're playing Ashe like it's Brawl, which you shouldn't. Oh, Jesus, the Roadhog. You shouldn't. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat myself, but what you...
Why is the Roadhog there?
I don't know. I was confused. But what you could... I'm more shocked that he, like, didn't saw you, but we move. Yeah, what you should do is, like I said, don't close the distance, like try to keep it in range, and I don't know. And don't forget the high ground, especially. You're playing like on low ground for no reason. Like you can just sit, for example, like I said, right here on the sign, still shoot the Reinhardt and everything without a problem and without a big danger. Because, like I said, right now, for example, you could be hooked by the Roadhog if he has eyes. You could even play here as an Ashe, like over here on the right side on high ground, because like I said, you have even a bigger view of everything. and it's hard that someone can get you from behind. If someone walks up that cliff, you will see it, of course, and then you can back off, or you can like throw dynamite at him, shoot him. At least like you see the danger incoming. But from behind, it's very hard because they don't have like fast heroes besides the soldier. But there's no way the soldier would like run the whole way to you to get up here to kill you from behind. So what you can just do is, like I said, shoot from here, and if the danger, for example, comes up that way, you can just back off down here. Back off down here, coach gun again up, and for example, take that high ground again. Like I said, as a hit scan, it's also very important to, if it's not like a brawly hit scan, like Kree, for example, if you play Kree for Reinhardt, you want to stay with your Rein as good as much as possible, because you're gonna brawl with him. But with Ashe, for example, you try to be as variable as possible, like a variety on spots and everything, so that nobody expect you where to be, sort of.
Much better.
That's an interesting dynamite.
Talk about it.
Because what
Action.
because what could happen is that you actually burn yourself. That could actually happen.
I meant to set it there so it exploded when he came out.
You can just throw it towards him at this point.
Right.
At least like also because the Hawk is anti-ed, you could just throw it at him because like he's healing himself right now, so he has no healing, and he is purple, so you could just like throw the dynamite for some extra damage directly at him.
Yeah.
Because of course there are Hawks that take that challenge, but if Hawks get purpled, most Hawks try to disengage again because of the danger that they might die because they can't heal themselves up. So yeah, I'm gonna continue what I say, and like you can just try to use more of the high ground again to get more safety. You could even like play over here right now as an Ashe, because what would also help is that probably your Mercy should be back soon too. Yeah, exactly. There's the Mercy. You could just hold it here, for example, and if you play a hit scan, which also concludes that he's getting pocketed by a Mercy, it's not only like the privilege of getting pocketed, if you get what I mean. It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm getting pocketed, nice. It's also that you, as a hit scan, have sort of the task to also protect your Mercy, and or like to make sure that your Mercy has a safe space to pocket you. Because you don't want to put your Mercy in a big danger, or so. Because what comes with that is if you play in a big danger and your Mercy comes with you to help you or whatever, the danger comes that you might both get picked up. So the enemy teams are getting 2 picks. You're trying to avoid that. You have to give your Mercy sort of a safety place. Let's say it like this. Which also concludes by like taking high grounds, not playing too much far as an Ashe. You know, playing a bit more back, playing a bit more, not brawly, but more like as a sniper sort of. Because what could also be the case is that your Mercy can also change her position, if you get what I mean. Like if you're all at one space, she can't really escape if the enemy team rolls over. If you, for example, hold it on the high ground, she can fly to the Ana on low ground, heal her up, can fly back to you, is safe on your place, you know, on high ground, can fly to the soldier on the different high ground. She can fly all over the places because she has the possibilities. So yeah, as a pocketed player, also try to do damage because you're getting pocketed. You have to do that carry potential because you have it with that pocket, but also don't try to bring your Mercy in a certain danger. Try still to play it safe for your Mercy. It's also a thing.
Okay.
If you have a like friend that plays Mercy for you or something, or like if you play in a scrim or whatsoever with a Mercy, communicate a lot with your Mercy. Or also the Mercy has to communicate with you a lot. Things like I can see you, or like Kenz I'm low or something. Kenz I'm low, as in like for example colors like this, also are like indicates for you, okay, I have to back off because my Mercy's in the danger because she's getting damaged too much. Because like I said, you are also a protector sort of for the Mercy.
Sorry that I'm yawning so much. I'm exhausted.
It's fine.
I need healing. Let's get you back out there.
What you can also do as Ash more is do more unscoped shots.
Yeah, I need to start trying to do that.
Yeah, in certain situations, because for example, you were shooting the Hawk, good, like good aim, nice aim, no problems at all. But for example, he's staying here, and like the Hawk is such a fucking fat pig. You can just like unscope shoot him from here. You don't have to scope probably because where he was standing, you will probably hit him because, like I said, he's so fat you can't miss that shot, and you can just like spam more damage out in a faster time with unscoped shots sometimes. Nice dynamite. See, this is the thing that you shouldn't do. You took in the position that I want you to be, like here, for example, on this high ground, or like I said, on the right side, for example, you can also take this high ground, so your soldier and the Ash are not at the same place, for example, so both hit scans are shooting from different places to make it even more annoying for the enemy team. Both is fine. For example, Dead Space is also fine because you can hit your dynamites real well, you have the choke insides, you can shoot the enemies that come through the choke. Everything was fine. What you're doing for some reason is giving up that high ground.
Yeah.
And putting you in a like not good position. Because if you look around you, soldiers on high ground, your whole team is not next to you. So let's just say soldier has fast legs, of course, the enemy soldier, and your soldier doesn't see the enemy soldier. He could just rush on you and try to kill you, and might even pick you off if it runs very badly. So, like I said, try to get it in your mind to always prioritize the high ground. See, like you, and talk like very good example. You're coach gunning up to scope over to see if to get in a higher position to see if someone is coming or something. Like the fact that you want to take this, that you want to do this, screams like that you should take the high ground because, like I said, you're looking for a higher position to have more view. The high ground gives you that. You should never do that 1v1 against a soldier. It worked though, so I won't say anything, but you can do that, but just know it comes with a big risk. Because right now what happened is, like I said, two things could have happened. You killed him, which is very good. Good job, nice. It puts your team in a 4v4. If he would have killed you, it would have been a 5v3.
Right. So
yeah, I'm not like trying to say it's wrong or something. It's just like don't try to do this. If it works, if he's like one or something, and like you have supports next to you or something that can like protect you or help you, you can do that without a problem. Everything fine. But alone in such a situation, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But still fine. You killed him. Everything fine. Just an advice for the future.
Poser.
Take Taking the high ground, nice.
Probably drop that
Nice dynamite. Nice shot on the bot. Nice kill. After ready though, you're prioritizing the right targets. Prioritizing the Ana now is the right decision. Because they don't have the BAB anymore. Ana's their only support right now. So by like annoying the Ana as much as possible as Ashe with like shoots and dynamites, it goes on like that. The Ana can't heal the enemy team probably. Because like I said, she's getting in trouble and everything and getting focused. So very good prioritization. Skill, they don't have support.
Everybody come over here.
Actually, no. I was thinking if pulling out Bob would be the right decision now, but the fight should be won. Yeah.
There's only one way you get to lead the game.
Oh, I was so happy when I got that off on the McCree.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, I clipped it.
So what you're doing? So what you're doing right now is how you should play Ashe. This is how you play completely right now. You're holding the high ground, what you should prioritize as a Baptiste, and you deny them of their high ground. For example, what I don't know if you saw the Baptiste, but like annoying him with like dynamites and everything, like you also try to deny them of that high ground as much as possible as Ashe. But holding that high ground right now is perfectly. This is what you should do as Ashe. Like I said, just try to in the future, because like I said, your soldier and you are at the same spot. If they all of a sudden play dive and dive you, for example, you both die. Just try to, like I said, put variety on your spots. Like hold it, for example, on right side or something. That it also makes like I said, very annoying for the enemy team if you have two hit scans that shoot from a different direction, which means like they have to, if they focus one out, the other one is still shooting from the other direction. It's just better. Just try to improve that in the future. Like, but so far you're doing very good. I do have to say though, your Mercy's not playing how Mercy's played. That's also a thing.
What? Now who's the better shot? You're powered up. Get in there. I'm feeling unstoppable.
Interesting choice of Nano.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, what the fuck?
This is like I said, going on low ground and going that close to enemy team is completely unnecessary.
Just wait, just play it and see what happens. I remember this bit.
But just like, you got the soldier behind you on high ground, which was a nice shot. So like, you know there's no Kree, like on the pay or something, because Kree is dead. You just killed the soldier. Your enemy soldier is dead, fine. What stops you from taking the high ground? You have full high ground for yourself. And what even makes you... Yeah, but even what like is problematic right now is you take that spot, but you could just like annoy the supports that come around the corner from here. Just shoot them from here without a problem. Baptiste can shoot you a little bit and maybe Ana, but if they shoot you, you can just like hide behind the sign, go a little bit more to the right or something, receive healing, and then you annoy them again.
Yeah.
Nice pick though. Nice.
Don't waste my time. I need healing.
Watch. 10 seconds. That's why I stayed on low ground now, because I knew my coming out.
I don't ask for the shatter.
Score 0.
That was round 1 complete.
Nice defense. Hold it very good.
Thank you.
It's like I said, those little advices. Try to prioritize high ground more. Put variety in your spots as an Ashe player, and don't put yourself too much into danger. It's like what is most important in Overwatch, like in such fights, or in general in fights, of course, which like sounds like a fucking set 8 advice, but you don't want to be the first person to die, because you don't want to put your team immediately in that disadvantage. And for example, if you get a pick as a team and it's a 6v5, it's even more a sign to play safe, because you killed one enemy, you have the advantage, it's a 6v5. Now it's even more the reason to play safe, so you don't put it even again. That's a 5v5 and die. That's like, you try to hold that advantage, or don't put your team in a disadvantage, which you can do very easily as an Ashe player, because as Ashe you have the range for it. You can just hold it on long range, shoot it from high grounds, cover on high grounds, take cover. You know, there's no necessity as an Ashe player to play in long range or put yourself into dangerous places. If the fight is lost and everyone is died already, fine. You can go in, shoot everyone, die again, and everyone groups up again. Completely fine.
Yeah.
But in a close fight or something, or in a full fight where still all 6 people are there, or even some picks already happened, like, I don't know, it's a 4v4. Like, 2 of your teammates died, 2 of their teammates died. Even more a reason, for example. Like, you don't want to make it a 3v4. It goes on like that. You don't want to lose that numbers game. Which, like I said, you did good, but just try to like play it a bit more safe as an Ashe player. That's probably like the advice I give for players in a lower elo. It's just that they play certain things too dangerous. You don't want to put your team in a disadvantage by playing too aggressive. It's better in lower elos to play more passive, because you have a way better advantage. Because lower elo players tend to overextend way too much, but you want the enemy team to do that. You don't want yourself to do that. If you played passive in lower elos, for example, if you play it passive, you see it most of the times, or I see it most of the times if I play with friends or something. When I play passive and I play calm and very defensive, the enemy will make the mistake by overextending. He will do it sooner or later. And what you try to learn is to stay calm and stay passive. Let the enemies do the mistake and try to play as safe as possible by like watching your positioning, watching your abilities, looking where the enemies are, all things like this. Also thinking of which abilities the enemies have. Like, what heroes do you play also? You played Ashe?
I play Ashe, Widow, Junkrat. I play a lot of people. One of my problems is I switch between people too much. Literally play every single DPS. And I switch between them constantly through games, which is bad. Well, that's what Tom tells me. So I'm trying to focus on Ashe right now. So she's the only really person that I'm going to really be playing.
You need like a certain pool. You shouldn't just focus on Ashe. You should focus on a certain pool of heroes, because Ashe can also be counterable. Like, if you only focus on Ashe, nice advice, but what if the Ashe doesn't work? And you've mainly focused on Ashe to train, and your Ashe doesn't work because, I don't know, you get dive constantly, or it's just, I don't know, the Widow's better or at some point. Always can happen. What do you do then if you don't have a second comfortable pick? So try, for example,
really comfortable pick I have is Widowmaker, But she's someone that I'm confident in being able to.
Yeah, so what I'm seeing right now
Like,
is you already have like 2 hit scans that you're comfortable on. Put the whole hit scan pool. Try to learn it. Kree, Soldier, especially Kree and Soldier are very good right now in this meta. Kree is fine
He
with a
scares
Reinhardt
me.
Brawl. Yeah, Kree is Kree is very good with Reinhardt Brawl, for example, and especially very good to counter. That's also a problem that lower tier players or like lower elo players always have that don't counter pick. Kree is a great hero to master, especially if you already are comfortable with hit scans, because he also has that stun and Kree counters so much heroes. You counter Ball, you counter Tracer, counter Genji if you play good. It goes on like that. It's just even counter Echo sometimes if she flies too low. Like such things that you can do so much with your stun. So instead of just focusing on one hero or like 1 or 2 hero, try to, for example, put that whole hit scan pool in your like in your assets. So you can literally say like I'm a hit scan main, and you can also like swap around. For example, Soldier is also good because he has a lot of like flexibility in his moveset. Like you have such a variety of spots to take as Soldier because you're also so fast with his run ability. You can just be everywhere and also flex around every position. Because like I said, you can run everywhere with him without a problem. And you can also dip very fast. Like if someone dives you, okay, I just dip. You just turn around, run away without a problem. So yeah, that's my advice sort of. Try to master hit scans. Like try to pick up Kree and Soldier too. And then if you play snipers, like you can play snipers, for example, Widow and Ashe, completely fine. For example, maps like Havana, you can play Widow. Rialto, you can play Widow. If Widow doesn't work, because I don't know, they're playing Tracer Genji, they're playing Doomfist, they're playing whatever, playing Dive, Monkey, Ball. You can play Soldier, you can play Kree, so you don't struggle too much on that Widowmaker. It's just especially that you try to focus on, for example, hit scans. Like there is a reason why DPS players, of course, there's flex DPS, which, for example, I count myself in. Like I can play hero, I play heroes like I can play hit scans, I can play Hanzo, I can play Tracer, Pharah, Echo. Um, but it's also completely fine if you focus on a certain amount of DPS players because they also have their different shooting style. There's a reason why certain DPS players are only hit scan players because hit scans have their certain way of aiming and shooting. There's a reason why certain players are projectile DPS only because you have to sort of also predict sometimes the movement of the enemies because projectiles, of course, they differ if you shoot them off. So, hello, Mama. So if you focus, for example, projectile and DPS directly at the beginning as a lower elo player, it kind of throws you off because they have two completely different aim styles. So, like I said, my advice is, for example, try to just focus on hit scans for now.
Okay.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
Bum, bum.
Ready for battle.
The cavalry's here! Vincent.
Oh yeah.
Got your favourite?
Yeah, I see in the comments right now there's a sort of a hassle. What I can say is don't pick up Echo for now. Echo is a hero that can work by yourself with a pocket, for example, or even without a pocket, can work by yourself, but also needs a lot of team support. Because how you play Echo normally, because I'm also like an Echo player, I think my Echo is 130 or something in Europe. So I play a lot of Echo, and I also played a lot of Echo in like league games and scrims and everything. So I have a sort of experience with her. How you play Echo, or at least how I play Echo, is that you engage and disengage again. You know,
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
it's just very hard. For example, if you have a lineup like Rhine, for example, because what you try to do is, at least what we did, is that we play dive with, I mean, it's a sort of, it was our own comp, the custom comp, which threw a lot of teams off, which like helped us go to grand finals. But what we played was Echo and Doomfist. Echo, Doomfist, Monkey Diva, Ana, and Brick. So that literally 4 people engage on the enemy team. Monkey, Diva sometimes. Diva also sometimes peels for the supports, but that's a different thing. But like Monkey, Diva, Echo, Doomfist, they all engage at the same time at the enemy team, but they also go out again together at the same time. They go in, maybe kill someone, or do a lot of damage, and then they go out, then they get out again. That's how you sort of should play Echo, because what I see a lot from lower elo Echo players is that they get in, but they sort of haven't thought how to get out again, which makes them to die. Like, because you don't have no abilities. If you don't get a bubble or something, you will probably die. Because like I said, you go in as an Echo. If you don't think of it, you go in, use all your abilities, and then you're just like in the middle of everyone. And you're like, well, So yeah, Echo is a nice hero to play. She's a good hero if you master her, but she also takes like a lot of support from the team to make it work. If you make her work, she's OP, but like I said, you need a lot of support from your team to make her actually work.
No more bananas.
Lose your brick, lose your brick mercy?
Oh yeah. 5, 4,
Mora mercy?
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Don't ask why I've started playing Tracer.
So,
Ever since I got that skin, we don't talk about me pushing up to that turret.
so an advice that I can give you right now is what I even do. As soon as you hear a Torbjorn turret as Tracer, right? Swap off Tracer. Immediately. Even I do that. As soon as I, like, for example, if I'm in an attack and I want to play Tracer on attack, I hear a Torbjorn turret from the enemy team, I directly swap. It's so annoying to get value as Tracer against a Torbjorn turret if the other DPS doesn't focus the turret, or like your team in general. It will make your job so much harder, which in lower elo especially is just not worth it. You will get so much more value on a different hero. Because it's all because what it also does is like it shrinkens your movement completely. Because like before you can do anything as Tracer against that lineup, that turret has to be dead. As long as the turret is alive, you can't fully extend, like fully flank around, do your thing as Tracer, because you always have to worry and look for the turret. What you should have done there is you and your monkey did a good job. Everything fine. Your monkey helped you, and you pushed them off high ground. You pushed them completely away. You went until here. Everyone except the Mercy dropped off high ground. Why should you drop now onto the whole team? There's
I
no.
don't think I actually meant to drop. I just kind of forced myself into it. I think I blinked into it without realizing.
Yeah. So, like I said, you pressed them off high ground. What you should wait now for is what I actually hope also happens. Is that right now, do you see my stream right now?
Yeah.
Which target should your team? I'm talking about a monkey that can jump in, a ball that can maybe roll in. Who should be the priority as target right now? With Trace as well. So Trace and monkey. Let's say Trace and monkey.
Orb?
Nope. Who is completely
Mercy?
alone? Who's completely alone right now?
The one up top. I can't see who it is though.
It's Ana.
Yeah, Anna.
Ana is the priority target right now. Because if you... of course Mercy can come help. Everyone is on low ground. Mercy is the only person that could help Ana right now. If you and Monkey jump to Ana, she will die.
Okay.
Which also is good, because then you both can like bodyguard the corpse, so she can't get rest. And if she can't get rest, it's a 6v5, and it's also 6v5 without one support. So they already lost their main support. And it's a 6v5. Best scenario.
One shot, one cheat.
Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot.
My business, my rules.
What happened?
What did I make that? I hate myself.
Ready for battle.
Wait, what happened?
What I does, because of my fucking crackhead brain, is I wanted to look at the composition, you know, on touchpad. Like all the heroes that I played, I sort of like burned in my brain. In replay, if you press touchpad, you restart the whole VOD.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, let me just postpone it real quick. Fuck's sake, man. Surely you can like deactivate that fucking function, dude. It's so annoying.
Ready.
I don't know why I switched to Widow there. Probably wasn't the best choice. I forget if it worked or not. Pretty sure I don't do much. I just kind of win.
I mean, it's not the best case for you. Because, you have two dive tanks. And they are having an Ana, a Hanzo who died, but they would have an Hanzo, and also Torp that can shoot you. And they have a monkey that can dive you.
I'm
So
pretty sure I don't exactly do anything from here on out. Anybody that comes through that gap, I hit a body shot. That's really all that it is. I don't think I get any more picks. I just lure people. And then they jump onto point and get killed. Because they're already half health from me. For the squishies.
Yeah, so what is not the pick here? Because like I said, what the problem is, you have a Hanzo, which can challenge you on long range, an Ana, which can challenge you on long range. You have a Torb, which has a turret that can shoot you if it focuses you, and the turret and the Torb itself that can also shoot you. So you have 3 heroes which can challenge you on long range and annoy you, and then you also have a monkey that could jump you. Not the best scenario for Widow.
Yeah.
Especially with the composition that you're playing right now, because besides your supports, there is nothing that can help you here. If you get dived, for example. Because you have a monkey and a ball, which like try to do their stuff with dive.
I just dropped my controller.
So you can't get sort of peel. You can only get heal from your supports, but that's about it. That's the support that you can get and the help.
Yeah.
The payload is approaching its destination.
I remember just thinking, what the fuck should I do here? Don't ask. I'm a really brain dead widow at times.
Heroes never die.
You know what I don't get, sort of?
Why I jumped down from there?
Yes, you could just like from where you shot, you can just stay here.
Right.
Stay here, shoot here, or jump down, rotate over, take a little sneaky shot from here. And if someone like shoots you or dives you, you can just back off again.
Right.
Back off, shoot from here, be safe here. Even drop at this point. Can shoot from here, be safe. Like, very risky take.
This is not the end.
Victory.
And we went. See, I literally did not do anything. I didn't even hit people with body shots. What was I on about? Yeah.
So, do we want to review more?
Mine, the other ones that I have isn't me playing Ash. It's just me. And they're all losses, and I don't want to see that stuff.
What heroes have you played on the other ones?
Yeah, real quick.
Let me just download the second one.
Pretty sure I didn't play Ash on these.
That's completely fine.
I played Tracer, but I'm not really going. I was just like kind of experimenting with Tracer to see what she was like.
So what is with the third map? What have you played there? The third map. You send it in free code.
What is the code name?
K3BNXS.
Oh, let me see who I played there. And I was playing Junkrat. And I literally just went for solo tires all game. I was very annoyed, so I decided to solo alt people with a tire to annoy them.
Okay,
Because I wanted other people to be annoyed.
so we're gonna look over the tracer thing. I think we can do that. I have time for the tracer
After, would
thing.
you like to play a game if you're not too high?
Traveling to Dorado.
I am probably too high. I have no low accounts anymore, unfortunately.
Ready for battle.
Are you placed on all of them?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably too high.
It's like I don't have DPS
Attackers
account below
incoming
diamond,
in
unfortunately.
30 seconds.
Are you placed on all three on this account?
Yep.
Greetings.
Hello.
Damn. You're probably like 37 million on all of them.
Not all of them, but
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
alright.
Is this your main account?
What?
Is this your main account?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, it's just the account that I like mainly play because yeah, I've all roles on Diamond and everything, and also my Overwatch League the thingy is linked to the year, so I got Overwatch League skins.
Ooh.
So we are
Jesus
having
Christ, you're high.
Tracer, Zen, Mercy, Rhine, Hawk, Ashe against Torb, Widow, Ana, Rhine Diva, Tracer.
Yeah.
The only problem is the Torb,
Mhm.
but Tracer could work here if your Ashe and your Zen focus the turret.
Yeah.
Like I said, Torb is very annoying for a Tracer if your team doesn't focus the turret. That is the only thing.
Mm.
But you have a Zen
I'll
and
check.
Ashe which can shoot like from long range, for example.
Yeah, you're too high. Just checked. Enabled you. Jesus. I actually want
I'm
to
escorting
check
the
it out.
payload.
I'm
Let's keep it
1845.
moving.
And I love my high was 2060. But no, I started playing with a ball one trick and lost it all. If you're watching this, I hate you.
I just wanted to upload a Genji highlight I got. In Mirai. Right, so let me continue. Right path you're taking as Tracer.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Because what you want to do as Tracer is on Dorado, you don't want to like let them have fuck you, Kenz. Is Tom the ball player? I don't know. Someone just.
Oh wait, is Tom the ball player?
Yeah, because he just said
Tom
fuck you.
is. Yeah, Tom is a one trick ball who is fucking dot. I'm joking, he's very good. Very good with ball for starting him. He's only been on ball for like 4 days. I can't play with a ball, it's too hard.
I don't know what I'm with ball. I think I'm 3200 with ball. I don't know.
I don't
So
understand playing ball in low elos doesn't work for the team.
it works, but you have to change your playstyle.
He's putting too. I'm pretty sure he's putting too much pressure on the other tank, and I just keep getting picked off because they're having to hold them
Yeah. So
by
what you
themselves.
so what you like if you want to make ball work, if he doesn't work, then you have to, of course, to swap. But what you can try as a ball in lower elo is you don't try to do a lot of damage. Spitfire won a match against Gladiator. Anyways, what you try to do as a ball in lower elo, for example, is you just try to annoy the enemy team as much as possible. Like you just have to be. You don't have to do a lot of damage. You don't have to go do picks. You just have to be an annoyance. So everyone has to turn around. For example, if you keep, let's say you're playing ball and the enemy is playing an Ana and a Mercy. You are gonna pile drive the living shit out of this Ana until she wants to kill you. And everyone has to turn around to help or something else because they're also annoyed. That's when you're doing your job. Literally just annoy the living shit out of the supports. So like that the enemy team has to respond, has to help, has to peel. So you are enabling your team then. Because of course everyone has to turn around, look for the ball, and your team can do the job then. With like, for example, if you're having hit scan, he can shoot freely, as an example.
I the live chat.
So what you should do here as Ash, as Tracer, what's the problematic here is that you went here and recalled there immediately. So you've already lost your recall, which was just the wrong choice. What you do as Tracer here was you took the right path, you took just downwards here, which was free, but you don't go here. What you literally just try to do is go over here. Of course, don't try to be like shot immediately or something, because people can just like sometimes hear you and then just shoot you from here. But what you try to do as Tracer is just clear the high ground. Clear the high ground or annoy them at least. Because what you can see right now is if you haven't recalled, right? If you haven't recalled, if you didn't went for low ground, if you went up immediately, you would have killed the Widow, probably. You would have been already on high ground, and the Widow is low at the moment. You would have probably killed her, which means that you cleared one person. The turret would start shooting you, of course, but you would have cleared one person. You could have recalled, and then you sort of like could have just like, I don't know, went that way. You could have went that way, shot them maybe from here or something, or even went back, you know, like blink over here, like completely over the high ground. Stay here, for example, and just shoot them where the turret can't see you until your team has destroyed the turret. Or even if it's possible, destroy the turret. Like, destroy it, like, you can, okay, so what I would have done is, kill the Widow, try to kill the turret. If my team doesn't do it, try to kill the turret, grab the Mega, go up and challenge Dana. Or at least get her off high ground, that she has to drop off high ground. What this causes is, turret is gone, Widow is dead, comes back from spawn, Ana dropped off high ground, your team, or you by yourself, have cleared high ground. Easily. Which is very important on Dorado. Dorado is a map that is very, very high ground based. Like, you can literally dominate a whole game when you can hold the high ground on Dorado.
Enemy is back in the fight.
I don't know what you're waiting here for. You can literally just do, even if the turret hits you, you can do 2 blinks, shoot the Widow, recall, she's dead. You've got that done.
That's a bad Tracer.
And stay down.
Against Rhines, try to blink behind them, for example. Or just always try to, like, because blink behind him, he's gonna turn around as soon as you shoot him. Blink again behind him, just play that game. Most importantly is, don't get in his range of his hammer. That's literally the only danger you have against Reinhardt. Of course he can shatter you if he's toxic, but besides that, the only danger you have is his hammer. So the only thing you have to worry about is that you don't go into his range. Because he literally has to only hit you 2 times with his hammer, with luck, and you're dead. As Tracer.
Don't mind my Don't talk about that. We don't talk about it. 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 We don't talk about it.
Do
We
I
don't
have
talk
to,
about it.
do I have to start to correct or?
We don't talk about it. We just don't talk about that diva bomb.
Mm. Alright.
I need help.
You're getting the Rhine very low. Da.
Hmm?
You kill the Rhine. Rhine gets rest.
I probably should have guarded his body.
3 people on the right side. You have 2 blinks. You have recall. Why wouldn't you pulse bomb then?
I'm pretty sure I go for that, but I go around them. I think so. Oh, no, no. No. Can we not watch my Tracer gameplay?
And then of course you panic.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Jesus, the Reinhardt. There's 2 easy options you could have done. You blink through the Rhine. Hide here. Won't die. Or you blink like you have 2 blinks. You blink here. Can hide here. But it's panic. It happens.
This is not the end.
Time to let off some steam.
Enemy turret ahead.
Sniper, be careful.
Nothingness.
Ha! Have some of that.
Who contests the pay?
I'm pretty sure I see 9 here. We don't talk about it. I think I might try first. I'm not sure. I think because I'm on my own, I just back up. Oh wait, no, that's my team. I'm pretty sure. I can't tell because of your thing.
Yeah, my
pushing the
settings.
Yeah.
You needed a doctor?
The payload is in my charge. Let us move it. Enemy turret ahead.
Nice.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Popping off.
I meant don't talk about this.
This is completely fine. It's just that at certain points as Tracer you should also know to disengage again, because what you do right now is to engage and engage and engage, which is completely fine. It worked. You popped off, you got killed, but there is a line. There is a line where it comes to the point where you should okay, let me just back out again, because you're using all your abilities, getting kill, carry on using your abilities, get a kill, using your abilities again, get a kill, but you get less and less abilities through Tracer, because of course you lose your recall, you use your blinks. There's a certain time where you have to back off as a Tracer, hide of course to get healing, get healing somewhere, but also get your abilities back. because what the problem is with most Tracer players is the ability usage. They probably often use all their abilities, but then they're like kind of get shock and everything and panic because they're in the middle of the enemy team and they don't have anything to disengage again, to escape or something. So everything was fine until now, because at this point where Mercy rests the Rhine and you nearly have lost all your abilities, I would have just dipped. Because your team is also pushing. Your team is pushing and you did your job fairly well, very good. Then you can just dip. Dip, get all your abilities back, and then go again.
Back to work.
Enemy turret ahead! Thank you.
Pretty sure they turn them off and then they vanish. So yeah, they're just kind of gone.
The payload.
I couldn't kill her for ages and finally got to. I was so happy.
You got the Ana in the end, which is fine, but
Yeah.
yeah, the problem was sort of a little bit the target prioritization. You start shooting the D.Va, you shot the Hawk for a second, even though you know the Ana's won. If the Ana is won, especially Ana of all the heroes, you stay on that bitch until she's dead. If you have her like won already. If she's already one shot, you stay on her until she's dead, because Ana is such a important role in the enemy team with her healing, especially since Mercy's already dead and Ana's the only healer. You stay on her until she's dead, because D.Va or something is not that important right now. It's literally like as long as the support is alive, you try to focus that one. Only like maybe not a break, but besides that, everyone else.
Is Tracer a hit scan? I do not know that.
No.
I feel like
No, Tracer's not.
he's not.
No. Alu, is it possible to coach my ball for a game? I can do that. However, I am a DPS main. I'm coach for every role, of course, but we have certain like role specialists. I'm a DPS role specialist. We have English. I think his name is English or Prop of Steel in the Mirai server, who is a main tank. He is a main tank in a very high main tank with a lot of experience. I played with him in a team. I can only recommend him. Very good main tank, very good callouts, has a lot of knowledge. If you want to have main tank coaching, you probably DM him or like add him in tank coaching, because he can probably teach you more about ball than I can as a DPS player. I still have knowledge about ball, but probably not as much as English.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Down for the count. Hi. Hey.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
What do you know now? Little quiz. What just happened?
Should I not be going high ground?
No. High ground is fine. Who just used the ult? Their ult.
What's it? Was it Widow? Widow. It was Widow, I think.
Yep. The enemy Widow used Harold, what is the resolution of this? What does this mean for you?
Everybody can see me.
Everybody knows where you are. Which means the like surprise effect as a Tracer player is gone. They
Okay.
know you're up there. They can see you now. So what you should do in such situations is play it safe, which means maybe hide for a little bit, or even play with your team. Because when you play with your team, nothing will happen to you. Because even if you try, like, you can't go for a surprise thingy, because, like I said, they know where you are. Yeah, just a little, like, awareness test. A little quiz.
Thanks.
Heroes never die.
I tried to shoot a Reaper that was wraithing.
Got out, nice.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Did you say good alt nice?
Hmm?
Did you say good alt?
It was it was sarcasm.
Oh, oh, I was so confused. We don't talk about that ultimate. I'm really bad with chaser bombs. Never seem to hit the target.
We must move the payload.
Before
That looks like I have aimbot.
before you dive the Widow,
Aimbot. Not aimbot type. Wall hacks, since I just looked at her through the wall.
before you dive the Widow, like in general, before you dive certain enemies on Tracer, be aware, or like in general, of DPS, or like when you play DPS, be aware of your abilities.
Yeah.
If you want to dive a Widow, that's completely fine, but make sure on Tracer that you have all your abilities available. I don't mean old, but be sure that you have all your free blinks, because if you would have waited a bit longer until you have all 3 blinks in this situation right now, right? You would have still had 2 blinks. And you could have chased her down.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure I do end up still getting her.
Still fine. I'm just meaning, like, if you would have waited a bit longer, you would have had more resources for yourself. If you get what I mean. You still got her, which is completely fine, but just imagine a situation having 2 blinks. It would just make it
better for me.
Yeah, it would just make it easier for you.
That felt good.
Here, for example. You go into the enemy backline with no blinks left.
No blinks. Yeah.
In the middle of everyone with no blinks. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It's just like,
As if I were
it's
to
just
get
like,
targeted there, I'd have no
yeah.
way out.
Exactly.
Blood? When did Overwatch have blood?
Also went
Why'd I
fine.
rewind there? I
Exactly.
rewinded for no reason.
Hmm.
Don't know how side of it.
Payload is approaching its destination.
Pretty sure I die here because they know it's not the end game. Is it good?
Hmm. This is what I mean with ability usage.
Mm-hmm.
This is like why you need to look out for it. You had all your free blinks because you managed it, and you could just were in the enemy team, but you could just easily get out again because you had all your free blinks.
Yeah.
Valkyrie is ready. Heroes never die.
This is
I'm
also
constantly going for that Ana.
which is right. You're doing everything right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say go even more for her. Because in the
Oh.
composition that the enemy team is playing right now, who will help the Ana? They're having Reaper, they're having Junkrat, they have Reinhardt, they have D.Va, they have Mercy. It is only the D.Va, if she has that knowledge, that flies back to help the Ana against the Tracer. Or maybe the...
That D.Va is dog.
Yeah. Or the Mercy, healing the Ana up, keeping her alive. Reaper and Junkrat can help, but they have no stun. They have no nothing. Okay, they can trap you, but only if you ran into the trap. If you be careful, it won't happen. Like, those are true DPS heroes, but you can easily just disengage again. You have, for example, you have 2 blinks. If they would all of a sudden turn around and help their Ana, you could even do 2 blinks and just chill here. Chill here, even walk off here, get that mega, you know? It's just, there's no big threat, let's say it like this. There's no big threat that will stop you go for that Ana constantly. There's no Brick, there's no Kree, there's no Torbjorn, nothing, there's no Sombra, nothing that really threatens you.
60 seconds.
Our enemy right.
I rewind.
That's, you still took the fight for some reason? Even though you could have just dipped. Like, you have your Zen there. You could have just, like, did 2 blinks, and you would have been out. Zen could have
Yeah, I'm
orbed
pretty
you.
sure.
Yeah, Zen could have orbed you, and then you would have got healing. Then you would have been fine.
Pretty sure that's what I'm telling you now. I should get out of it. I'm going to that area.
I mean, you still survived, but,
It was a risky situation.
yeah.
Back in the fight.
30 seconds remaining.
What also is the thing is that you're looking for targets right now. Always over main. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What stops you from taking the high ground every time? What will stop you?
True. But I feel like if I take high ground, I'm gonna get picked off. Because all my team's on low ground. I have nobody exactly to back me up.
Who
Except for the Zen.
who will get you on high ground?
Junk, possibly.
Junk if he goes up there, right? With his like mine, if he like mines up there on high ground right now. Then he can take you. Okay, fair enough. Then you just dip. Easy as that. Then if Junkrat comes up there, tries to challenge you, you just dip. But if he doesn't, you can easily just walk up here and like look for your target. Look which target is free right now, or which target you could chase right now. And even if you observated, for example, if you have the high ground right now, you went up high ground, you observated the situation, who I could maybe dive, you come to the conclusion that Reaper is missing.
Yeah.
Reaper's
I
over
did
there.
go full right side for the little room. I could have possibly got the Ana. I don't know though.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
pretty
that
sure Ash controls high ground this part.
it's just that
Gets up there, I'm pretty sure.
even with Tracer, you don't have to be in completely close range. You could even be up here, trying like to figure out which target to focus, which would probably be one of the supports, or like I don't know, the Junkrat if he gets weak or something. But you could also just, as long as nobody challenges you or shoots you or something, or like really threatens you, dangers you, you could just even shoot from here. Just shoot from here at the Diva, at the Mercy, just annoy them on high ground, because if you annoy them, for example, you can get easily out. You need 1 or 2 blinks and then you're gone. You're out again.
Right.
But if you annoy them so much that 1 or 2 people need to come up here to get you away, it's a Diva and it's a Junkrat. Junkrat will use his mine. Diva will use his booster. 2 abilities which they probably need more and don't get that fast back than your blink.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's what people also often don't understand is that they have like, when they play Tracer, they have to immediately get value. Like, it's not allowed to like chill for like, I don't know, 10 seconds as Tracer. You have to immediately do stuff with Tracer. You have to go and find the next target. You don't have to. It's all fine if you just annoy them. If you annoy them, that's fine enough. Like I said, if you just go up here, and just shoot them. If you shoot them, they immediately will pay attention to you and we'll be like, what the fuck is on high ground? Already enough.
Yeah.
Already enough. You can even, because Reaper's probably going behind for like flanking, so nothing is behind them. You can even like, you can shoot from here. Shoot from here. If they come up here, for example, the Diva boosters up here to get you off. Okay. You blink here, shoot them from here.
Yeah.
Shoot them from here. Let's say Junk and Diva, like Diva drops off high ground, Junk turns around, both shoot you. Okay. Let me recall. I'm on high ground again. I annoy them again. And you have all your blinks probably.
Mm.
That's the thing maybe a lot of people who want to pick up Tracer don't understand. You don't have to get immediate value on Tracer. You don't have to. It's sometimes even more value if you are just a sort of danger, maybe a possible danger. That's already enough. If like you shoot from here, annoy them, that they have to think, okay, the Tracer's on high ground. What is she gonna do? Who's she gonna target? Who's she gonna shoot? Is she going for Ana? That's already enough. And if the situation is right, if the enemy team got a lot of damage or something, and then you go for the Ana or the Mercy, you did everything fine there. And you actually go on high ground.
Oh. Not really.
10 seconds remaining.
This is exactly what you don't do. You went on high ground, well, like I said, everything
and then
good.
dropped on.
Yeah, and then dropped off while your whole team got picked off. You could have just chilled on high ground until your whole team is there. Because what
Did
is
they
also
all get picked off?
Yep, because what is also happening
Oh no,
beside
they're all dead?
Yep, because what is happening right now is you're having 6 seconds. You could have waited until the end to contest, but you decided to go now. Which is bad. because you could have like waited the last 2 seconds, blinked on pay, it's contested, overtime comes up, blink a couple of times around the pay, recall, contest as long as possible, because that's the only thing that you can do right now. Even farm pulls. See, you did what I said, but it's just that you could have like got so much more time out of this.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Like, it was completely fine how you did it, but it's just like that could have got so much more out of this. That's just thing. Well, more stalling at least, because you did that. This is the task that you have as a tracer right now, or you should have had. The only thing you can do right now is stall. Stall. You farmed your pulls, fine. Use your pulls, fine. Stall to pay. Could have stalled more if you did it like I said. That's the only task you have right now.
Yeah.
To make it possible for your team to go back. At least they have the possibility to come back.
Score.
I'm sure I win this one.
Switching sides.
I don't know if I stick as tracer now. Might, but
Initiating match.
there I go. Bum bum bum.
Ready for battle.
I'm overloading!
Hello? Not my soldier. No.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Reinhard, don't you think it's time you hung it up? You're not getting any younger.
Such bad soldier, Ian. You're a recoil you don't even want to know.
Powered up.
Rub it off myself.
5, 4, 3,
But I do not want you watching the rest
One.
of this game.
Attackers incoming.
Why am I standing here? I could have been there so much earlier.
Sure?
Hello?
Jetzt? Ну да, можно. I have to drive my mom for a second.
That's okay, don't worry.
She's invited to a birthday. I want to drive her. Well, I'm a son, I should suppose. I mean, we can carry on later, or we can... I mean, actually it's Soldier, we can also stop. Because Soldier's just like a lot about positioning.
Yeah.
I hope you learned a lot here, I hope so.
I have.
And I will also like... So I'm heading off now, but because like I said, I have to drive mother, but I will still like type notes to you. Like just as a reminder, because I can't tell them right now because I have to go now, but I will DM just quotes, like just to remember all sort of things. You have them sort of
Thank
as
you.
notes to learn. You're welcome.